Let's see if we can get the show on the road. Today is November 18th, 2020. That dating channel live stream every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, or as often as I can get to it. Today we're gonna talk about a fan submission. A fan wrote me on Instagram and wants to know what to do about his current situation. So I'll wait till there's at least 40 or 50 of you guys on and I'll talk about it. YouTube Corrupt says what's up. Everyone says what's up. Paraguanti miriquaro. Paraguantuti miriquaro. Paraguantuti miriquaro. I got it. Finally. It took a while to get it going. Everyone's like, how's the family? Fuck you. Fuck you. Everyone that says, how's the family? So I got a fan submission. If you guys read the description, it's pretty interesting. Basically, a guy wants to leave his wife after they moved to a different state, and he doesn't know how to tell her. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to do some reading. Once there's like 40 or 50 people on, I'm going to do some reading, and I'll tell you what I told them for advice. But I'll talk about that because how to confront your significant other that you don't want to be with them anymore. Like you just don't want to be with them anymore. So what do you do? Like what do you do? Do you then hold it in and see if it gets any better? You know, what do you do about that? So at the end of the day, I think you got to kind of not waste anyone's time, because the worst thing, the older you get, is your time being wasted. You know, I remember when I had my most recent breakup. Luckily, I didn't waste that much time. I want to say I'll call the 6-month relationship after my 5-year a relationship. I really don't want to, but I saw myself wasting my time with that person and doing a whole bunch of things that I didn't want to do, so I broke up with them. Okay, there's 40 people on, so let's get to the story. Loud and clear, everyone's good. Casey526 is the moderator on the chat. If you got any questions or anything, or if I miss anything, she'll let me know. How you doing, babe? Hopefully your knees feeling better. Okay, so I got a gentleman here, younger guy, and he wrote me on Instagram, and this is what he said, and I'm going to read from my phone. Hey, Alex, I'd like to get your opinion on my dating situation. I'm 29 and my girlfriend is 33. I've been with her for over 5 years. We moved from Cali to Texas, but lately I found myself not to be attracted to her anymore. She doesn't even give me a soft on anymore. That's incredible. Not even a soft on? He didn't give me details as to why, but we'll keep reading. She doesn't, my girlfriend is a good girl. She cooks, she cleans, works, and helps pay the bills. So no issues there. I want to break up with her, but the problem is she has nowhere to go and isn't financially set. The house and cars are mine, and I'd feel like I'm a complete ass in telling her to leave. So what I've done is I've set her up to go to, I'm not going to give it away what he did, but he basically is paying her way to go to school so she can get a higher paying job. Once she's able to have steady income, I plan on telling her I'm no longer interested. I guess my question is, am I fucked up for thinking like that? She's done nothing wrong or questionable. She's even used the L word. I'm sure he meant love. I've just felt the other word, like. He never felt love for her. He liked her. And he says, hey, you can use this on your dating channel if you'd like. So before I keep reading, my advice to him was because there was a correspondence back and forth. Yeah, Casey doesn't know what a soft on is. It's like when your cunt is moist. Not full on wet squirting, but when the cunt gets a little moist, that's a soft on for us. Those are the best words. When girls love saying, oh, baby, your cunt is... You imagine you stick it in. Oh, your cunt is so moist. Fuck you, asshole. Dry it up. So I said, hey, man, you might not want to waste your time because it'd be pretty fucked up if you planned this out the whole time. You planned out that you were going to get out of there. So you set her up to go to some kind of school so she can get, one of those one year kind of quick deal so she can make good money and live on her own. The problem is going to be if she moved away from her home to live in Texas with you, she's not going to want to stay in Texas alone, or maybe she is, but I would think that she's going to want to have some support and she would go back to Cali. So I said, that's kind of fucked up. You might want to tell her sooner than later because at the end of the day, you're going to waste her time. Imagine her schooling takes 1 or 2 years. 1 or 2 years. And then you're the whole time you're not banging, you're banging her, but you're not really, you're not into her. Eventually it's going to come out. So I think you're just wasting your time doing that. So I said, I think it's best not to string her along. He says, I felt that way for the last maybe year or so. I didn't say anything because she didn't really do anything wrong. And I have no idea why I've lost that much interest in her. She's not ugly. She's got decent features on her and she does all the right stuff. Some would say she's like wife material. But to me, it feels like I have a friend who's living with that occasional bang. That's terrible. That is terrible. I was like that with my first long-term relationship after so we had broken up a couple of times and it only lasted a couple of months. And then the last string lasted 6 months. And those 6 months, we were just friends that were banging. That's it. I told him to approach her about it and see where she's at. At the end of the day, it's better to rip off the Band-Aid than to slowly peel it off. So, how do you approach a woman? Or a woman, how do you approach a man if you're not into that person anymore and you want to break up? Well, with me, my experience was, yeah, Casey's right. Tell her the truth. I approached my first long-term relationship in such a way that it was, hey, I want to do other things and I want to date other people. And we've been together 10 years. And, at the end of the day, I think that's, call it a relationship, just call it because there's nothing really to, I don't know. We're not going to get married. We're not going to have kids. The progression stopped. We weren't banging each other. Matter of fact, when I had broken up with her and I found new pussy, then I got back with her. I went, oh, new pussy's awesome. Like it's really tough when you've been used to a girl for a very long time. And then you get that new stank on your hang low. They moan different. They move different. It feels different. You're like, I didn't think this was possible. So for me, and most men, it is physical. Don't get me wrong. I got to like what's going on in your head and I got to be able to communicate with you. But if it's bad in the bedroom, I don't really think it's worth pursuing. And I suspect that this gentleman bangs this girl and she probably doesn't blow his mind. She doesn't just all of a sudden, for no reason, grab him and take him, bang on the couch. It's probably very structured. After work, before this, I got to go to bed early, so we got to bang between 8 and 9. When I was in relationships, I didn't like planning sex. Planning sex felt weird because now you feel like, it's 8 o'clock, we got to screw. No, let's get to bed, and if we both feel horny, we screw. Or if I just want to take you while you're in the middle of cooking some pasta, we screw. Once that goes away to me, because in both of my long-term relationships, the sex was great up until the end. Up until the end, the sex was phenomenal, and that's what kept me around. Once the sex stopped being phenomenal, once it became routine, I understand it's not all the girls' fault, but I was doing everything on my end to make sure that they were satisfied and trying things, different twists, whatever, knuckles, whatever. And I was trying. And then when they weren't, I'm like, this isn't going to work. So I'm physical first. I got to like you, but I'm physical first. I would stick around with a girl that gave me terrible communication and was not that nice, but banged my brains out. That relationship will last longer than a girl that's a nice girl, cooks, cleans, but is terrible in the sack. It's just how it is. So hopefully, hopefully this guy does the right thing. He hits her up and says, look, I like you, but it's not working out. So we got to talk about this. At least have a conversation. At least see if she's willing to salvage a relationship. If you guys can rekindle something. You moved from fucking Cali to Texas. When I moved from Massachusetts to Texas, the relationship was rocky. It was not on solid footing at all. Work was fucked up. I had a shitty job. I hated Houston like a motherfucker. It's not a good place to live in. Great to race in. awful, awful, awful place to live in. I didn't like the city. The people were great. I just didn't like the city. I just didn't like anything about it. So yeah, it strained everything. And once we got to Florida, well, a year later we broke up. It was done. That was it. I think she used a kid thing because she knew that would push me away. I wasn't gonna, I wasn't gonna bend to anything. I was gonna say I'm gonna stay firm to my shit, and that was that. Last time I spoke to her. So yeah, that's the story that I got from a fan who basically said, I'm not in love with her anymore. I'm gonna set her up with some schooling, see if she can stay on her own 2 feet, and see if that goes well. And that never goes well. It's just not gonna happen. JB says, Pato, ¿cómo está la familia? Basically, he's saying, hey, homo, how's your family? My family, I have no idea. I haven't talked to them in a very long time. A lot of shit going on my end. But at the end of the day, Thanksgiving's canceled, right? Supposedly. Do you guys live in states that are back to shutting down? Because I'm telling you, Florida's not shutting down no matter what. The cases tomorrow could be 30,000. They're not shutting down. They're like, fuck you. Wear a mask, socially distance, but the show must go on. And I love, love, love that I live here. Is he gonna cheat on her the whole time? Says 8B8BB8BB8. I would suspect he is. I would suspect he's cheating now. He says he's not, but we are all men and we understand what men are like. And if he's a halfway decent, yeah, he's a good looking dude. See his Instagram profile. And if he can get some poon on the side, he's going to get some poon on the side. It's just going to happen. Reverse swirl. That is a Seinfeld reference. Very good. Edwin Martinez in the house. I guess Casey didn't know what a soft on is. So a soft on is not a hard on. It means it's the full length, but it is down. Meaning full length, chub. You have a chub, but it is not erect. A lot of guys dicks, they're showers, meaning when you pull the pants down, that's all he's got. That's all he's got. There it is. His dick it is what it is. And some guys are growers, meaning, all right, he's 3 inches soft, and then he fucking grows to whatever, infinity, or it just goes straight up. He's a shower. That would be awful because if women pull down the guy's pants and they go, oh, that's it. I'm like, the showers go, yeah, that's it. The growers go, baby, just suck it a couple times, and it's like, what are those things that grow when they get wet? I forget. Get it wet, baby. There's gonna be a lot. It's gonna fill you up. Don't you worry, honey. Oh man. James Bayou says New York is shut down at 10 p.m. What a shit fuck state. And you know who you got to blame for that shit fuck state? You motherfuckers that live there. You vote those dumb motherfuckers in. Cuomo and all those other fucking retards. Harris says, thanks for the insight. Still haven't said anything to her. Not sure when I will. Harris, is that you? Is that you, Harris? I don't know. Let me see your Instagram, because I didn't think your name was on there. Maybe it is. Let me see if your name is on there. Yeah, it is Harris. So, hey, everyone, apparently he blurted it out. So it is Harris. So Harris, let's talk about this. Are you cheating on her? And be honest. Be honest with us. We don't know who you are. I know who you are, but the rest of them don't know who you are. Yes. Okay. So Harris has been cheating on her. You have to dump her. Because of this, right? You're out there banging and it's awesome, right? Isn't it awesome to go out there and bang? But what's happening also is you come home to a home-cooked meal, the house is clean, and she's there to give you some company. So you have the best of two worlds. The moment she goes away, that banging becomes lonely. You bang and you come home to nothing. You wake up to nothing. You got to do the dishes. You got to clean. You got to cook. You got to do your own laundry. Nothing is being taken care of for you. So all of a sudden, the thought of being single is alluring until it happens. The moment it happens, you go, oh, it's all me. It's 100% me. Now, to my defense, my last relationship, I did most of that. I did my cooking, the clean. That was hilarious too. Like, she brought up the fact one time that I used to leave like a cup in the sink. I'm like, oh, when I cook, when I clean, when I cook, when I do breakfast, I was a good dude. I did my own laundry. You're going to bring up a cup? Come on. Come on. But if you're out there cheating on her, dude, and you come home to nothing, that's going to change your perspective a little bit. Now, I'm not saying it's bad, because I can get up right now, get on the sites, swipe right like a motherfucker, see who matches with me, and set up a Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday date, and bang till fucking my dick's falling off, and do it all over again for the rest of my life. And the days that I don't fuck them, I am working on the cars or working on the channel and videos. That's not a bad life. It's actually pretty freaking ideal. But in my opinion, Harris, I think you should let her know. Oh, okay. He said, nope, I'm not. Like I said, if the opportunity presented itself, I would take it. I said yes for admitting. Okay, Harris, my mistake. But then you're a good man if you definitely didn't cheat. But you got to let her know. I know you're not out there looking for pussy, but pussy's going to find you. Because pussy finds you when you're in a relationship. Have you guys ever been thirsty as hell, like in a desert, and there is no pussy to be found? Nothing. And all of a sudden you meet a girl who's a nice girl, and pussy is thrown in your face, and you're like, where were you? Where were you when I needed this? Where the fuck were you? Happens every single time. Every single time I'm talking to a girl or getting to know a girl, all of a sudden pussy falls out of the ceiling. It just falls out of the ceiling. You're like, oh, okay, I'll grab some of this pussy. So what you do is you just keep talking to girls, but keep fucking. Don't, unless someone wifes it up, puts a ring on this fucking thing, I'm doing my thing. Mike Grabowski says, what stage do you think is a good one to move to? What state do you think it's a good one to move to? I'm 24, single, and I work in the automation field. Automation? Texas. Texas industry is rocking and rolling. Understand this, though. You're not going to make a ton of money in Texas. You're going to have all the hours you want. You're not going to have a tough time finding work. But making big money, Texas is not it. Texas is good if you want to work 3 or 4 jobs, and you hustle and you make good money that way. But right up front, I don't think you're going to make big boy money in Texas. But it's going to be the best place for you if you're single and want to hustle and work, because in my opinion, between your 20s and your mid 30s is when you should bust your fucking ass working. Then you can enjoy it later in life. Skinny Girl asked the Brady Bunch JK Angie's List. Skinny Girl asked in the cities with colleges. Yeah, look, you can go to Florida, but the problem with Florida is you're not going to make a lot of money here. It's a leisure state. If you want to have hot chick, badass cars, and a party lifestyle, South Florida is where it's at. If you want to be a little more country, go to Jacksonville. If you want to, for whatever reason, work in Disney, you go to Orlando, Orange County. And then Tampa, Sarasota, and all those things is boring as shit. But the beaches are pretty, the sunsets are great, and the women are pretty decent looking in that area. Blazing Angel X says, we up in here. 2000 MCR says, like a frightened turtle. Big Blue in PA says, KC526, where in Jersey are you from? Big Blue in PA, good luck finding that out. I have had multiple conversations with her. I still don't know where she lives. She knows everything about me, but I don't know anything about her. Tango says, Alex, got an ex that wants to be friends with benefits, understanding that I'm still looking for a relationship and that I don't want to date. Thoughts? Fuck her. I am done being the nice guy, because every single time you're the nice guy, you lose. So what you do is this: you rag her out, you blow her back out, and you keep dating. And she is like my maintenance girl. I can go, hey, I'm free this weekend. Bam, I'm in it. As long as she's free and I'm free, I'm in it. Not a problem. So screw being a nice guy and depriving yourself of physicality when nothing's a sure thing. So in my opinion, go fuck it. If your ex wants to, now, if your ex is using it as a weapon to keep you tight, she's going to end up losing that battle unless you're a pussy ass hoe and you fall in love with the pussy again. I wouldn't. Make sure you rub her up or blow it on her hair. Her hair can't get pregnant and you're good to go. Fucking rag her out. And then when you stop fucking her, she's going to say, why? I met a girl. Watch her get jealous. Big Blue in PA says, I think KC's a dude. Do you know how many of my friends have said that? Mike Grabowski says, I thought about Texas, but it seems like the jobs are available there don't pay any more than where I'm currently at in Illinois. But Illinois sucks. Haha. Texas doesn't. Texas, Houston, the only place I lived was Houston, so I can't talk about Dallas, San Antonio, any of those places. I didn't like Houston as a city. It floods all the time. Badass racing. The food is meh. The food isn't spectacular. You got to go downtown to find like a badass steak joint and stuff. And they do have, but I'm saying like by and large, it's not like this spectacular barbecue joint that you're thinking Texas is this just constant barbecues in every corner. No, it's basically Taco Cabana, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, and some faux places. And that's pretty much it. And then you're not going to make that much more money than Illinois. That's the problem. And you're going to pay for rent though. The one that didn't know what a softie was. Soft on, not a softie. Jared Wells says, I have an interview tomorrow in the airline industry. Any tips on the interview for a 19-year-old coming out of high school wanting a career field? Jared, dress well. Don't fuck around and come in with sneakers, dress pants, and a jacket. Dress well regardless of what job. If you were going into to take out the, like a trash man, wear the nicest shirt you got, the nicest pants you got, the nicest shoes you got. Be presentable and be confident and don't talk too much. Let them talk. They ask you a question, answer it directly and do not expand on your answer. Direct, done. And dress well and look confident. That's the best advice I can give you. Sorry, I'm a little stuffed up. Big Blue and PA says, yeah, let's hear you call in. She can call in. Hey, Casey, if you want to prove to them that you're a woman, you can call my phone and we can talk. And then we'll let you guys judge if she's a woman or not. In Texas, if you got a Class A and get into the transportation industry, you can make good money. That says Harris. Patrick says Southern Illinois is a different world, but still. Tango says that Blazing Angel X sounds like a solid plan to me. Okay. Mechanical Thor says DFW area is a little cheaper than Houston, but it's getting more expensive here with all the California fucks here. California fucks move in and fuck everything up, and all of a sudden, your state is blue. Bet me on that. KC526 is giving men advice about interviews. I would take it from a man, not a woman. No offense. Hey, Alex, I noticed how annoyed you seemed on the Talking Shit channel. I can tell you like this channel much better. This channel is just talking, just hanging out. Super. Even my voice is like lower because I'm closer to the mic. I'm relaxed. I'm chilling. I'm talking relationships. I'm talking real life. We talk about houses, job interviews, everything. Oh, so Casey526 is calling, and I think she wants to verify that she is a woman. So Casey526, you're on speakerphone. Apparently, a lot of men here think that you're a guy.
Hi. So no, I'm not. Thank you. But why would you say that you would take advice for interviewing from a man and not a woman?
Because he's asking a man, not asking a woman.
He asked the chat. I think it's for everybody.
No, he asked me. This show's about me, honey.
I had answered anyway, and he said thank you to both of us. So, well, but I don't necessarily think that.
I think it.
All right. So where is he? Ask him who his interview is with. Is it with a man or a woman?
I don't think it matters.
If it's, well, I mean,
it's irrelevant.
So why does the advice matter?
Because he asked a man what to do. Now, if you're saying wear a black suit, is he going to a funeral?
No, you want to wear a dark suit. You want to wear black or navy blue, right? You want to wear a suit. You want to wear a tie.
No.
Like you said, dress for success.
I never said blue. I never said blue or black. I said he needs to wear a nice suit or best shirt he has. I didn't say black or blue.
No, you didn't say color, but I did. You
right.
Want to wear dark colors, right?
Why dark?
Why
dark?
Dress for the part. What do flight attendants wear? They wear like
why dark colors?
Right?
Why you got
yourself in the position?
Woof. Why do you have to wear dark colors? Who's dead?
Nobody's dead.
So
you're just dressing up. You go to a black tie affair. They don't call it a white tie affair.
But that's but there are such thing as white parties, Casey.
Oh my God.
There are such thing as white parties. Puff Daddy holds them all the time with his rapper friends.
Well, he's not going there. He's going on an interview. Okay.
But what if it's Puff Daddy interviewing him? How do you know it's not Puff Daddy interviewing him?
That's why I asked who's interviewing him.
Big Blue in PA says, "Oh my God, she talks a million miles an hour. Holy hell."
Oh, what are they saying?
She's from the Northeast. I don't know where. But she's from somewhere up there, guys. So no, okay. So I'm not saying it is, hey, women don't know how to tell. Women don't know how to tell men what to wear. What I'm saying is he's asking from a man's perspective. Now, how many interviews have you had, KC526, in your life?
Lots. That I was conducting them, or is actually a candidate?
All of them.
Lots.
I've had no less than 30 interviews as a candidate in my life. And at no point did they really give a shit about the color of the shit I was wearing.
Oh my god.
They said they basically like the confidence and the
you
calmness.
don't want him wearing like a Napoleon Dynamite suit. Like he's
See,
like,
you're going to two extremes. You're saying Napoleon Dynamite. Why did he doesn't have to look like a fucking weirdo? I'm just saying he has to look presentable, you know?
I agree, and I wanted him to wear something dark, you know, like a dark navy, you know, black suit. That's you know.
I would not wear a black suit. If you have something light, make it look, you know, make them see you as a bright person, not morbid, not them remind you of the crypt keeper, not the crypt keeper. What's the guy who that comes around when you're about to die? The what's his name? Shit. The guy with the sickle.
Yeah, Death from Family Guy. I can't think of his name either.
Well, not from Family Guy, from Life.
I know that. Well,
the
Life
Grim
is
Reaper. The Grim Reaper. Yeah, the Grim Reaper.
He's also from Family Guy.
YouTube Corrupt says you have to wear all white with a hat like a boss hog.
Anyway, wear a watch. Bring extra copies of your resume. Make sure you have questions to
Wear a
ask them.
watch? That's weird. Why would he wear a watch?
Weird?
Why would he wear a watch?
Oh my god.
So he knows what time it is? What?
Yeah.
What? A watch? Why don't we just wear a wear
you're
monocle?
punctual.
Hey, wear a monocle while you're at it. Wear a monocle so you look really classy. You're gonna show up like this, like, hello there. What's the job for? Doing the dishes at Domino's, or Domino's don't do dishes.
We'll be landing in a few minutes. Looks at his watch, you know, like.
or everything else that has a time, like the phone. Look, I think a monocle is a good look. Monocle's a good look. So I think.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what a monocle is? Babe, you see, I can't believe you hired people not wearing a monocle.
All right, I'm hanging up.
All right, I'll talk to you later. I could do that shit all day. So there you go, guys. It is a lady. A very nice lady, by the way. I created YouTube. Anderson Henderson. I created YouTube as you know it today. Ron Burgundy would be great for an interview. Baby blue with ruffles. Exactly. I'm a fearless YouTube legend. Could you imagine if you're like, what do you do? What do you do in your off time? I tell people that moist cunts are like soft-ons. You're hired. Everyone's like Grim Reaper, Grim Reaper, Grim Reaper. Thank you very much. You guys are the best. Don't dress like a pimp named Slickback. Black suits are for high-end waiter positions. Mechanical Thor, no. According to her, you got to have a watch. Man, that's what, look. Talk to guys. Love you, ladies. The problem is you're probably, as an interviewee, looking at his attire. What I'm saying is don't look like a schlub and exude confidence. Don't make your attire the central figure of the conversation. That is not the way to go to an interview. You're going there to be interviewed about your skill set and your interest in the job, not about them checking out your watch and the color of your suit. If the interviewee is checking out the watch and the color of your suit, they don't know what the fuck they're looking for. They're judging your appearance a little too much. I'm just saying, don't look like a schlub. Tango says, channel support, thanks for all the advice. I'm going to go slay and keep it in the gym. That's the best way to be. Slay, keep it in the gym. Jared Wells says, can't say I didn't get any good tips from her. Jared Wells. I mean, you could take it, but if you know, you're right. Ian McFetrich, rock a tux. Why don't you go to, I don't know, somewhere and just rent a tux and say, I'm here for the, I'm here for the Uber job. Sir, you're a little overdressed for this position. KC526 says, I need a monocle, a Rolex that doesn't tick, because according to Future, my Rollie don't tick. And I got this tux and these, I don't know what fucking kind of shoes are like popular because I'm stupid. Well, KC526 now all of a sudden says it really is about personality, but she says wear a watch and a black suit. Makes no sense. Contradicting. See, guys, men and women really communicate totally differently. Really differently. The fact that you can even be in a relationship is like a miracle because the amount of compromise is through the roof. Matt 2011 GT says it depends on the season. Exactly. What to do if the person you're breaking up with refuses to leave? Ooh, Harris, good one. What can she do, Harris, to have her stay? Like, what can she do or say to say, hey, I really don't want to leave you. I really want to work. That's kind of flattering too, right? If you say, hey, look, we're breaking up. And she's like, nope, fuck you. We're breaking up, bro. We're going to work this out. And I got to do whatever I got to do to stay in this relationship. You are almost obligated to see it through then. Alex, have you ever stood in the front of a mirror and done the tuck like Buffalo Bill? No, I've never tucked my dick between my legs and wondered what I looked like as a girl. That's really weird. If you ever have done that, you're really weird. Like you're tucking your dick in front of a mirror and then wondering, hey, this is how I look this is how I would look if I was a chick. Never, ever done that. Flattering or crazy? Well, James by you. If I was married to Sofia Vergara and Sofia Vergara says, mira cabrón, tú te tienes que ir porque no estoy enamorado contigo más nada y me da la llave del carro, me da la llave del Lamborghini, el número del teléfono, todo lo que... mira mami, mira, tenemos que hablar, que yo te amo y yo no me voy para ningún sitio, estamos casados, ¿ok? Cuando yo puse este anillo en este dedo, es para yo decir que soy tuyo para siempre hasta que me muera. So te jodiste porque me voy a quedar. Just like that. When I hire someone for my field of work, I'd rather hire the guy in the jeans and a nice button-up shirt over a suit. It depends on the field of work you're hiring for. No, dude, you gotta wear a black jacket. Matt 2011 GT says, in my opinion, you should dress slightly above your audience. I like how Casey526 threw in a little flex there. Well, I've been conducting interviews. I've conducted interviews. that little flex is, I love analyzing people. I love it. You don't want to work for some prick that's going to expect you to be someone you're not. That's ticket to misery. I feel like I'm watching Narcos. Hey, Sofia Vergara says leave, and I'm married to her, and she says she's not in love. I'm like, I'm not fucking leaving. I gotta find it. I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. Videos. And then, yeah, exactly. This is how I'm going to reply if Sofia Vergara says something. No volume. Let's go back.
I'm not leaving.
Just like that. I'm not leaving. Hey.
I'm not leaving.
Nope. I'm not leaving. Sorry, baby.
I'm not fucking leaving.
Just like that. That's exactly what's going to happen, Sofia Vergara, if you tell me to get the fuck out of there. You're a millionaire and you want me to leave? Fuck that shit. I'm staying. Wolf of Walls, trees. The show must go. That's what Trump is saying right now. The show must go on. If you went on a date with a great girl you were vibing with and had a good time, would you still bang other girls if given the opportunity? Or do you see how things go with the first one? Okay. I went on a date and met a girl that, like I said, was like a 10. But, let me get some text here. But I hadn't hooked up with her. I hadn't felt like she was. We weren't there yet. We were vibing. Everything was going really, really good. When I went home, I thought, well, damn, the date. I was almost mad that the date went well, but it wasn't sexual chemistry or anything like that. We were just vibing real good. I probably would not bang other girls to see how it would work out with this one, because when you're getting sexually satisfied elsewhere, your brain chemistry changes. You know this, guys. You know this. Once you nut, you get that post-nut clarity, and you're like, get out of my house. So when you're banging other chicks and having orgasms, but talking to another chick that's badass, she's never gonna have a good shot because your brain chemistry works because you're getting fulfilled elsewhere. So you're gonna have to give her the best shot possible, in my opinion. YouTube corrupt and free speech. I really think you should just sit there and make sure that you give her your undivided attention and that she gets the best shot possible. Because if you're banging other chicks and you're satisfied, she's not gonna have a shot because you're gonna be horny for her. Right? And that makes you treat her differently than if you're banging other chicks and then go on a date with her. You're going to almost treat her like, I'm just going to go bang somewhere else after. A matter of fact, I texted the girl coming here to meet you that I'm going to bang her after I go on a date with you. I've done that. That girl never had a shot. Never had a shot. And thank you, Casey, for getting rid of some some spam. Love that. 10 equals 2 5s. He's not wrong. He's not wrong that a 10 equals 2 5s. Just replying to a text because that's what I do. So YouTube Corrupt says that's definitely true. Good point. Imagine, okay, guys, I'm going to give you guys all a challenge, and we're going to report back next week. Men of this chat, please, let's do a challenge. Let's do a challenge because I want to have a good subject to talk about next week. Don't jerk off or fuck your wife or girlfriend all week. Don't jerk off. Don't bang your wife or girlfriend for a week. And then tell me what happens in your head next Tuesday. I've done it. I went, a month. I went a month without jerking off or having sex with anyone. Guys, my brain was nuts. My brain was absolutely, I was I was looking at fat chicks on Tinder. I'm like, I'm like, wow, okay, so that means I can bang anything in the right mindset. So let's do a challenge. Not Ain't No Nut November. Just a week, because let's be real, you're gonna get backed up, and the next nut you're gonna give your wife, jerk off on a rag on that sock, that Larry Bird sock that stands up by itself, is going to be thick as shit. You're going to go, whoa, I didn't think I could fling it like that. I didn't think it'd be like a milkshake, like a McDonald's milkshake where you're sucking on the straw and the fucking vein comes out through your forehead. Thick. So let's do that, guys. Let's see if you don't touch yourself or have sex with your significant other for a week, and tell me next week what happens. Your brain's fucked up. So if you're dating somebody and you refrain from doing that, that someone is gonna get destroyed by you when time comes. You're gonna just splick on her toting, and you're gonna go, and it's gonna be good for you. It's going to be good for you. The sex is better when you hold out. And if you're dating someone that's super awesome, or you have potential with somebody, and you think something can happen with that person, and you hold out, and then you have sex with that person, it is phenomenal sex. Phenomenal sex. When I was in relationships, I refrained from jerking off. Why? Because I wanted the sex to be better for me and her. If it's good for me, it's going to be good for her. Trust me, brother. Come on, take my advice. Don't fuck around. No ass play either. No play. Nothing goes in your ass. You cannot touch your dick except for pissing. Starting tonight, so you guys can rip one up before Bicho's stream ends. Yes, guys, there's a grace period. Once this show ends at 9:30, bust a nut, do whatever you got to do, but absolutely do not touch yourself until next Wednesday. And tell me your experiences. I'll tell you what happens to me. When you're almost like, you're almost ready, it reminds you of being in middle school again, when you get a hard on for no fucking reason. Just no reason. You're just sitting there watching TV and you're like, I'm hard. I haven't touched any, I haven't even thought about sex. Your dick's like, let's rip one out. And you're like, no, motherfucker, you're staying down because I ain't got, I'm going to have sex with my girlfriend tonight. And I want to give her the full load. I'm telling you guys, it changes your brain chemistry. It's great stuff. Fuck it, challenge accepted. I like it. So Thomas Okumbe, Blazing Angel X, you better be in on that. So Blazing Angel X, I did no-fap, YouTube cross. I did no-fap for a week or two, and I got too desperate for pussy. I was talking to girls below my standards that I would never even talk to if I was nutting. You're 100% right. I'm telling you, it happens. It's your brain chemistry. That's why when women don't bang for a while or don't touch themselves for a while, they make some fucked up decisions. Or they're in a shitty situation. Bad marriage, they haven't banged for a bit. They're more likely to cheat. Ask me how I know. Kind of afraid to see what the chat is like next week. Yikes. It's going to be awesome. Guys going to be like, I don't know. I was walking around and I nutted in my underwear. I was just walking. I was jogging and it was rubbing me the right. Oh, imagine you're fucking jogging and you nut because of the rubbing on your pants. Some guys are super sensitive. Darwin Gomez accepted the challenge. Kona Blue accepted the challenge. 303 Street Machine says a challenge accepted. I love it. Yeah, everyone, let's get in on it, and then we'll talk about it, and we'll have a great chat talking about what did you feel, what did you do, then when you banged your wife the next time, how did it go? And I guarantee you're gonna say, dude, the sex was amazing, or man, that next nut was thick as fuck, it was thicker than peanut butter in winter. Casey run like never ran before. Casey run like never ran before. Kind of afraid. Yeah, exactly. Better be worth it. Kona Blue. You'll see if you got a girlfriend, don't bang her for a week. Tell her why. She's going to try to get you to screw. But then that next bang, you're going to do 3 strokes and you're done. Patrick accepts. Arthur says, share pics of load to compare how backed up we were. Now that's gay. Ace Vaughn says, if you're planning on leaving your wife, the first person to talk to is a lawyer. He's not wrong. Costa Zampa says, challenge accepted. I got a lot of the guys accepting the no-fap for a week challenge, the NFFAW. No-fap November, NFN. Raymond De La Cruz says, dude, at the end of the day, we're animals pretending to be civilized. You're 100% right. Mechanical Thor is in, and Voodoo Magic says he's down, and Monty 540 like Motor Medic. Casey 526, how often do you masturbate a week? You're a woman, right? We should call in and say, how often do you masturbate in a week? I know someone like Maintenance Girl masturbates. Actually, she said not too long ago, I don't touch myself because I want to wait for you. And I'm like, fuck, damn it. You know, that's flattering as shit. I'm like, wow, that means she knows, because you can build up a callus and you're out there flicking the bean. And then you're like, oh, when he fucks me, it takes me a little longer to have an orgasm. But when she don't touch herself at all, and you go bam, 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 instant. It's like, hey, holding out does work. Zampus sounds Greek as fuck. Danimal says, I guess I'll give it a try too. I mean, guys, you got to be good about this. You got to be able to hold out. Do not bust a nut for a week and then tell us what the next nut felt like. KCKASEY says, hey, Alex, how are you? Hope you had a wonderful vacation. Vacation? I didn't have a vacation. But who is KASEY, Casey? There's 2 Caseys. But thank you, KC, regular Casey, KASEY. I didn't have a vacation. I basically went up to Pennsylvania and then went to Maryland. And then, yeah, I'll have a vacation coming up in December, I think 22nd through the 4th. I am off, baby. All of us are off. We're just going to just chill the fuck out. It'll be a little chunky jiff. You're 100% right. But Casey, both Caseys, tell me how often y'all masturbate a week. And what's the longest you've been without touching yourself? I think women can hold out a lot longer because I don't think women need sex. I just don't think women need sex. I think women can be satisfied with like an emotional relationship. Men need sex. Blazing Angel X says, God, my maintenance girl isn't going to like going down the first round after either. Exactly. Because I'm like, hey, baby, there's going to be a lot there. There's going to be a lot there, baby. This will be interesting, says Davian Williams. NFFAW accepted. No. What the hell was it? I forget what it was. No fap for a week. No fapping for a week. NFFAW. Seriously, you should give an Guys shirts for doing this challenge. Yeah, okay. I'm good shipping out 40 shirts. I'm good. Thanks a lot. That'll be what, $300 on my end and a bunch of legwork and then go to the post office. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you very much. Alex, what was it like back in the day before internet pornography? What the fuck is wrong with you? Yes, I do remember those days. Did you guys find magazines in the woods or just not even jerk off? What? You're actually right about the magazines in the woods. It was crazy. I lived in the hood, and you know, every apartment complex is surrounded by some kind of bushes or split by some kind of bushes. And a lot of times there were some dirty magazines in the bushes. And you'd be like, well, that is how I found out where the vagina is. I'm not the general vicinity, but where to put it. When you were a kid, 12, 13, 14, and you'd look at a vagina, you'd go, I'm going to stick it generally in the crack, right? Generally, somewhere in there, right? So when I started looking at these magazines, I'm like, it's right by the butthole. It's like an eighth of an inch from the butthole. And I went, that is interesting. I thought it would be closer to the front, like my dick and balls. As a kid, that's what you think. You go, I thought it would be closer to where my junk is. But no, it's like an eighth of an inch away from the booty hole. So you go, it kind of changed everything. So then, depending on... a lot of women have like a front pussy, right? So a lot of women have like a front pussy. You guys know what a front pussy is, right? Meaning you can access it pretty easily. You're like, oh, whoop, no problem. But then when it comes to doing doggy style, that front pussy becomes a problem. So you need that gonzo dick to get, you're like, man, this front pussy isn't working for doggy style. Now some women have a lot of back pussy, meaning the pussy is like closer to their backside. So it is awesome doggy style, but it is a little tough to get them from conventional. So you have to like bring their legs over your fucking head to get the right angle. It is interesting when you get out there banging, you're like, there's a lot of front pussy, there's a lot of back pussy, there's a lot of roast beef pussy, there's a lot of out pussy, in pussy. It's a fun time. But yes, we found magazines in the woods. Yes, we jerked off all the fucking time. Once internet porn came in, it blew our mind. It blew our fucking mind. We're like, and then it became free like 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Like, where is this fucking porn everywhere? Unbelievable. James Bayou's like, stop. You know what I'm talking about. The front pussy, the back pussy. Alex, say no Malakis for a week, and it's Greek for jerk off pretty much. No Malakis? I lived by train tracks, and there was always porn in the stuff in the shrubs. I know men that to this day love nudie magazines. They love nudie magazines. So again, when you work in the field of work that I was in, like a millwright, a lot of guys, you got to give them stuff. You got to grease the wheel so that they can make life easy. So you got to get to know what they like. Some guys just like nudie mags, old fashioned nudie mags. And I'm like, I get it though. If they're very appealing, the pictures are great. There's always a guy like half in, and I'm like, wow, how does he stay hard? Used to sneak my dad's VHS. LOL, laughing my ass off. Did you ever look up old porn that you saw as VHS in digital format? Look up Nina Hartley. Nina Hartley, guys. Nina Hartley in her day, had a rockin' body before plastic surgery. Let me see if I can find a picture that she's like clothed in. Her face was busted, but her ass, woo! I mean, natural ass. And I'm like, this woman's butt, for being real, was phenomenal back in her day. She had these her face was busted as shit, but I'm trying to make it so, okay, there's no tits showing, no tits. Okay, we're good. Making sure. Let me see if there's a better picture. Yeah, look at her body. Ooh. She's busted in this picture. But she was ripped. Now, her face is ugly, but she was ripped back in her day, like shredded. And she does grandma porn. And look could you imagine if grandma looks like that? Could you imagine if grandma looks like that? And there's one where she had like her ass out somewhere. These are actually pretty classy. There's not like, cooch showing or anything like that. Look at her legs back in the day, dude. Look at her. She had the ass on her. And I'm telling you, and then you had Christy Canyon. Oof. Christy Canyon. Now you look up these old women. I hate saying old women. They're lovely. I love you ladies. These older women. Now in digital format, you're like, I can't believe I jerked off to that. But porn in the 90s looked loving. The women were at least looking like they enjoyed it. Before, nowadays, oh, she's creaming. She's creaming. She's not creaming. They basically splatted stuff offside. They paused, splatted stuff on her cooch. And I'm like, what they do? Just slather her in Vaseline? Like legit. Christy Canyon in her day had the most rockin' body. I mean, like she was I think I talked about this already. She was one of these women that had these huge, I'm trying to make sure there's no cooch showing, no cooch. Okay, we're good. She had these natural, massive cans. Look at that. I mean, and she had a good, lower end too. This is pre-surgery, guys. Real tits, real hips, real ass. That's what I'm spoiled by that. I'm absolutely spoiled by that. As a kid, that's all I saw. Real women looking now. Fake asses don't match the legs, fake tits, tatted up asses, tatted up hips, sentences on their chest. Why do women get sentences on their chest? Like the Declaration of Independence on their fucking shoulder. What the fuck's happening? I think it's unhealthy to have access to hardcore pornography at any given minute and any day. 100%. Magazine in the Woods, 100%. Seriously, Magazine Playboy was the first exposure I had to vagina, says Matt 2011 GT. Your gun is poking my hip, Ace Ventura. Playboy used to come in plain brown wrapper that was in the 70s. Plain, I think. Back in the day, you used to have to find your dad's stash. The equivalent nowadays would be looking at your dad's browsing history. Exactly. 303 Street Machine says, truckers have nude calendars everywhere. I love going to a garage and the Mac Tools calendar is girls with tits on a car with a wrench that doesn't belong anywhere near that part. AKA Instagram. Sarah J is the new Nina Hartley. You better not fuck with me because Nina Hartley, I hold her. She's like an MVP. Sarah J image. Yeah. Damn, yeah, she's stacked. She's ugly as fuck. She is probably the ugliest chick I've ever seen in my life. But her body is stacked. Yeah, I get it. I ain't gonna have to show you that because she's ugly. The standard for women's physique back then was way better. Love me a thick girl. Thick girls run the show, man. I can't date a bag of bones. I'd rather date thick on the chubby side than a bag of bones. Athletic women that are ripped and shit, they got other issues going on up here. Women that are that ripped and shredded, I'm like, you're not going to be a good girlfriend for me. You probably look great and you're happy. You're not going to be a good girlfriend for me. I just know it based on your physique because you care about that a little too much, in my opinion. KC526 says, oh my God, I do talk fast. I went back to listen. You do. You talk extremely fast, but you get a lot of information out. Pipe wrench on a lug nut. Exactly. Shannon Tweed, you need hips. I'm trying to think of women who were naturally beautiful back in the 90s. Jenna Jameson was a beautiful woman, but then she got the plastic surgery, the boobs and everything, and she was very attractive, but just that's when surgeries really started getting out of control. But I remember Christy Canyon and Nina Hartley were like, they were on every porn, in every single porn. Casey, where in New Jersey are you? I'm in New Jersey too. Guys, I have talked to her on the phone no less than 30 times. I still don't know where she lives in Jersey. She's not going to tell me. If she tells you, you got a better shot than I do. So have at it. I still don't know much about the young lady. She's very great. She's beautiful. She's awesome. But I don't know shit about her. I don't know shit about her. It's a one-way street. Casey talks fast but clear. That's a good thing, says Blazing Angel X. Smitty Schmitz says, the better half just laughed and was confused at me, agreeing that magazines in the woods, we always knew where to find stuff in the orchards as kids. Exactly. There was always magazines in the woods, just random. You're walking and there's just a magazine with tits, and you're like, all right, let me look at that. Pamela Anderson, she didn't do porn though, except when Tommy Lee fucked her on the boat. But I'm saying like porn women. She doesn't have the fast ghetto talk. No, she's very educated. You know, she's very well educated. Comes from good background, from what I can tell. How about Raquel Darian from the 90s? Oh my God, unreal. Bridget the Midget. Remember the volleyball player? What is the volleyball player? Supermodel. She was on Joe Rogan show not too long ago. I couldn't believe women like that. Women's proportions. I'm like, what? Gabrielle Reese. That woman. Her genetics just make no sense. Let me see if I can the spell checker. Yeah, she's got like a surfer dude husband. He's ripped. They have kids. You know, they're a great looking couple. There we go, right here. Yeah, this Gabrielle Reese was like, look. I mean, could you imagine? And you know, good for him. He's a lucky son of a gun. He's a good looking dude too. So they probably have great looking kids somewhere. She's taller than him. Look at that. Oh my goodness, what a genetic specimen you are. He's a lucky motherfucker. You, whatever you want, baby, whatever you want, you can have if you look like that. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 100% commensurate on your looks. I remember trying to sneak the magazine back into my room without getting caught. Why, thank you, Blazing Angel X. Miriam Gonzalez, she did nude. I don't know about porn. And Tara Patrick was hot. How about Erica Boyer back in the day? Erica Boyer. I don't know who the fuck Erica Boyer, but I'm not going to start looking up girls left and right. But I hope you guys take me up seriously on that. No jerking off at all for a week. That's going to be interesting how your brains change. And be clear. Make sure you take notes of how you're acting, what you're doing. If you think something that you know, if you're looking at an old text from a girl you used to bang that's gross as shit, and you're like, I might want to fuck her. I don't want to her. You know when I would have those thoughts? When me and my last relationship, she would go away for a week, or I would go away for a week for work, or she'd go away for work. You're like, I need her here, because if not, I'm gonna go screw around. You know, you seek out attention and stuff, but you don't do anything. But man, that was tough. When you are used to a certain amount of sex per week, 3 to 5 times a week seems to be normal to me. And now all of a sudden it goes away. And you're like, no, this isn't going to work. $5 for you to say very much in a Russian accent. Very much. Very much. It's either very much or very much. The sale of lotion will go down next week. Who jerks off with lotion? Like, what is your process of jerking off? Like, I was talking to a friend of mine. He goes, I jerk off, and where does it go, right? Where does the nut go? Where does it go? Where does it end up? My friend's like, well, I squat over the toilet, and I bust in the toilet. And I'm like, interesting. In the toilet? Like, that's not like sexy. You know, you're squatting over you're up on the tank like this, and you're like, like I can't do that. Yeah, Casey526, for being a moderator, you're asking a little too much. I think she's being a little, taking little liberties. I might have to take away the wrench, because if you're going to be a moderator, moderate. The sale of lotion will go up. Bro, the nut cleanse is way worth. That next nut is life-changing. It is. It's brand new. And don't be surprised if you can nut again after that first nut. After that first nut, after a week, bam. And then you'll be like, I'm still hard. Yep. You're back, baby. You're back. Like Mortimer at the end of, Mortimer and the other guy at the end of Coming to America. Shit, why'd I start? Front, back to front. Skinny Ghost Stretch Mark says, the nut goes on the sheets or of paper towel laid out on the floor. On the floor? So you actually take sheets, spread them out, and you fling it into the rags, and then you bend over and do the pickup rag of shame? Wow, interesting. I'm modding here. I got rid of 4 trolls. I appreciate it. Coming to America. More when he gives those two bums that were in I forget the name of the movie. I'm showing my age right now. I just do it in the shower. It's more convenient. Bob Oso, you're 100% on the money. Now the thing is, when you do it in the shower, don't do it without any soap, because then it like coagulates and it just like stays there, and you're gonna flick it down the drain and it's gonna get stuck in the drain. So what you got to do is you lather up the area a lot. I mean, a lot of lather. And then when you do your thing, you rinse the soap off and it just like glides down. It's just like goes. You're like, oh, there it goes. And it's gone. It just glides away. But when you do it without soap, you're kicking it. You're flicking, you're trying to mush it through the grate. It's a problem. Have you had any girls try to get a second date after the first date was awful and you told her it was awful? Yeah, it's a great question. Did I ever have a bad first date that led to a second date? Yes. Younger girl, 27, 28 years old. Doesn't live that far from here. Smoking. Oh my God. Her ass alone. Whew. And she's pretty. The first date just went awkward and weird. We weren't on the same page. She didn't get my references. I didn't get hers. And I'm like, this sucks. Dip out, give her a hug, bye. Like a month passes. And she's like, hey, I'm that girl you hate. And I'm like, girl I hate. I'm like, send me a photo. I don't know who the fuck you are. I'm like, oh, yeah, you're super cute, but the date went like shit. She goes, yeah, I know. I was in the middle of some shit, but I'd like to give it another shot. Went out on the second date, and it went really, really well. Went to the beach, grabbed a bite at Square Grouper, hung out by the water. Great date. Made out at the end of the date. Passionate kissing. I'm like, wow, what a 180. Then I leave for a week and I see her going to strip clubs. And then she's texting me how she wants to have threesome with dudes. I'm like, see you later. I think I'm the oldest dude here, says James Bayou. 1967. I think you are, because I was born in 78. Just use a white shirt under your bed and turn yellow and crusty after a few days. That's how you know how to switch it. After 1 week, it'll be like, if she dies, she dies. If she dies, she dies. Have you ever had any girls try to get a second? I already got that. Got that. Jizz in a magazine. I think I'm the old. Hola, compa, says Mr. Jimmy Jams. What's up, brother? I haven't seen you in a while. When you're with a chick you are sexually compatible with, you will literally nut all night, trust me. Oh, yeah. Maintenance girl can make it happen over and over and over. That girl got magic pussy. Magic. Good for her. Magic. Shout out to maintenance girl with the magic pussy. Nut in it fucking all night. Like, I'm hurting after, like, I'm sore after I'm done because I just can't get enough. That's why I was like, let me just avoid this because I want to, be in a relationship. So if I go back to maintenance girl, why be in a relationship? Skinny Ghost stretch mark says to YouTube corrupt, I used to have a towel, but once it got still, I threw it out and started using paper towels. Ew. Racer S197 says, my buddy wants to do it onto targets. Ew. David Williams, I mainly choke the chicken to practice my pullout because these women ain't worth it. Guys, if you feel a tingle, get out. It's almost too late if you feel a tingle. You have to know the pre-tingle. Oh, this is gonna... and you pull out game strong. 20 plus years pull out game. Never had even an oopsie moment. Does maintenance girl watch this? She does. Maintenance girl does watch this. I'll pull the opposite. I'm the youngest, said Jared Wells. I've been on a screwed up schedule since our governor closed or stayed down again. I've been watching at work, though. Just haven't been able to make it live. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Jimmy Jams. And got to get out of that fucking lockdown bullshit. Phil, come in your hand and put it in your wife's coffee or shampoo. Good for skincare. Alex, what would you do if you break up with someone and they get butthurt and end up doing the crazy stuff like smashing your car, fucking up your house, or trying to take stuff that's not hers? I'd hope that I can recognize that psycho is in her before I broke up with her. Like before you break, I know certain girls that I talk to that if I got with them and we break up, they do damage to my shit, and it's my cars. It's going to be my cars. That's, my assets in this world are cars. So she's going to try to fuck with them. So you just say, no, I'm good. Squeeze the trigger, don't jerk the trigger. Squeeze the trigger, don't jerk the trigger. Very good, very good. But I'm telling you, it's one of those things where I've seen things get sideways pretty quickly with someone, and you can just tell that, man, this one's going to be a crazy one. And now I've met girls that I'm like, this one's going to be a good one. Like, this one's going to be a good one. And for whatever reason, it doesn't work out. So you kind of feel bad about that. I had a girl visit me from Texas. She was in Florida doing some stuff. And I had talked, we connected in Houston, March, over Texas 2K. And she was this stacked, beautiful woman. And I'm like, you're out of my league, whatever. But she's like, hey, I'm going to be in Florida. And I'm like, haha, come down to South Florida. I'll show you around. Fucking, she does it. She's like, all right, I'll be there 2 weeks. I'm like, really? She goes, yeah. I'm like, all right. Showed up, and she told me she was 6 feet tall. And I was like, we'll see how this goes. Because, I don't care about their height. I just don't want to disappoint them. Because I'm 5'11". I'm average height. But a woman that's 6 feet tall is imposing. And then they're wearing heels, and you're like, I hope they don't think I'm like less than. No, she got out of the car, and we were right about the same height. And she's like, oh, gosh, you're cute. And I was like, oh, gosh, you're cute. And we had a wonderful 3 days. I'm saying go out, eat, check out the water, check out the area, smash all night, wake up, breakfast, do it again, smash all. I mean, I was sore as fuck. And I couldn't get enough of that woman. And it wouldn't work out because she's in Texas, But she went back home, and it felt shitty. But, I've had those situations where women come here, whether they're visiting, whether they're just happen to be in the area, and we have a great weekend, and it doesn't work out for some reason, and, it sucks. But there are some women that they're crazy right away, and you don't do anything with them. You just say, nah, I'm going to dip out. Like the girl that talked about threesomes and strip clubs. I'm good. I don't know how to say very much in a Russian accent. I forgot how I said very, very much, very much, very much. James Bayou says, thank you for the entertaining channel. It is appreciated. Hey, anytime, brother. We should come here to talk shit. Guy shit. Jared Wells says, man, some bullshit just happened to me 2 days ago with my garage getting broken into and my Vortec got stolen. My tools, no idea who it was. Got to get that Ring app. Got to get that Ring, that little camera. It's always recording. They're fucked. Let them take your shit, but you got a picture of them. Oh my God, yeah. Carrie Underwood took a Louisville Slugger to both headlights. Who? What? Call the cops on her if she damages your property. Nothing helps the next guy avoid the toxic woman than a mugshot to her record. So would you date a girl even if she was 6'3"? Hell yeah. Look, she's got to be okay me being 5'11", right? I dated a woman in Massachusetts. Oh my God. Look, I know a lot of women that I probably should have pursued and been better to, but I met them at weird stages of my life. This woman in Massachusetts, 6'1", I think. She fucking unbelievable. It's just fucking tall. But you know what? I think made her like me more, that I could handle her. She's 6'1", and I'm just grabbing her and tossing her around in the bedroom, just lifting her up and get here, I'm a strong dude, so I'm like, and she was like, you throw me around like a guy that's way bigger than me. And I'm like, that's not a problem. I got you. She liked that. But yeah, if she's 6'3", come with it. When you go on the apps and you're like, the girl goes, I'm tall. I'm like, how tall? 5'11"? That ain't tall. Let's go. Let's get it. If she says she's 6'3", I'm like, she's like Rebecca Lobo. I'm like, I'm dating Rebecca Lobo right now. Fuck it. I guess I avoid the very tall girls, same reason. I don't want to disappoint. Look, if they're with me, they know what's up. I'm like, look, 5'11", I'm going to be shorter than you. So you got to be okay with that. I'm not mad that you're a fucking giant. You better not be mad that I'm average. That's the only place I'm average. Hey, yeah, I know Jimmy ordered them late, sadly. Never tell a crazy chick where you live. Bob also says, I've dated women who are taller than me. If you're close enough in height, they don't care. Exactly. Phil says, Casey 526, you want to be Carrie under what you want to be Carrie under arrest? Then sure. Okay, whatever. I'm only 5'10". 5'10" is right there. You're not short. Short to me is like 5'7" and under. So I'm instantly assumed that any woman that's taller wouldn't be interested. Maybe it's worth a shot in the future. YouTube, Crep and Free Speech. Women love nothing more than confidence. Confidence. A lot of women are going to be nitpicky about certain things. And those are dumb little bitches you don't want to fuck with anything. I ain't dating a guy unless he's 6'2", 9 inches, thick, and makes 100. Okay, bitch. I'm not dating you unless you got a credit score of 800, got your shit together, got a college degree, and you suck dick like you can polish the chrome, take the chrome off of a hitch. You're gonna basically, I'm gonna give you some unrealistic expectations, and you got to live up to them and see how stupid I sound. Look, get out there, do your thing, be confident, and show them a good time. And they don't give two shits about your height. They're gonna go, you make me laugh, you're confident, I feel protected around you, you treat me nice, and you pay attention to me, and you're a good listener. Why the fuck not? Go for man, I'm shorter than you, and I've made it work. Baboso says. Trágate un pito, eh? Says Fernando Araiza. He says, suck a dick or swallow a dick. Mr. Jimmy Jam says, being 6'3", I like finding taller women, but it's difficult to find a woman taller than 5'5" on the West Coast. Time to go to the West Coast. Yeah, dude. I see this on Tinder so often. If you're under 6 foot, don't even try. Then the girl has like fake eyelashes, painted on eyebrows, makeup all the time, push-up bra, the la faja. You know what la faja is? La faja. And, high heels. I'm like, you're 5'2". Fuck out of here. For all of you who think that 2 dudes and 1 girl is a threesome, you're gay. Just know that. You're 100% right. The girl had a threesome. The other 2, no. Those type of women aren't worth shit anyway. Ignore them. Now you could bang them. You can just hook up with them and be like, bye, see you later. Hook up and see you. You could do that. That's not a problem. I am okay doing that. Women love to laugh. They love to laugh, but they also like to be made to feel important or like their words matter. So if you actually give a shit about a girl and you actually pay attention to what they got to say, that's one thing. I'm at the point, dude, my patience is thin. My patience is so thin. I just love fucking with cars. I love going racing. Love going to the gym. Love going to the beach. You got to be special. And you got to be exactly what I like or what I want for me to like change my life. My life is really good right now. I cannot complain. I'm very lucky. But I worked really hard to get here. So I'm not just going to leave some of that stuff for just some average chick. No, you got to be special. And I'm not saying you got to look a certain way, but you got to be on the same wavelength that I'm in. And if you're not, you got to go. I don't got time for that bullshit. It's true, Casey526. They like to think their words matter. Have you ever heard women just say dumb shit and you agree with it just so that inside you're going, you're a fucking moron. You're a fucking moron. You know, when they say supposedly, when a girl says supposedly, I want to rip my fucking non-hair out, my non-hair. I'm like, supposedly? Oh yeah, baby, you're right. And then, when they talk to you about work drama and you don't give 2 fucking shits, but you got to act like you do because the pussy's real good. I'm telling you, man, it's an art form. Now, when you find a girl that you don't have to act for and you like what they come across, how they are, and you're natural with them, that's a good look. But how often do you come across that? Almost never. Monty540 says, I slept with a girl that was 4'11" back in the day and she was smoking hot. I slept with a girl that was like 5 feet tall. My ex, Kathy, was 5'2". The woman after that was like 5'8". And then the woman after that, the woman in between that was like 6'1". I'm in between 5'6" to 6'4", depending on the convenience of the convenience store I'm at. Exactly. I always do. I always look on the way out and I'm like, oh, I'm almost 6 feet tall. Okay. Some guy said that to me at World Cup. He's like, oh, Jesus, you're tall. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm 5'11". But to him, I guess I look small here. I'm 230 plus pounds at 5'11". So just think about that. Think about what you weigh and how you look in the mirror and how you're going to see me at 230, 5'11". You're going to go, he ain't small. So he was like shocked. I'm like, why are you shocked? The system's in their favor. Wrap that shit up. Slept with a girl that was 4'11". I got that. Yeah, little girls are fun to be in bed with. Little tiny girls. There was a girl. It was funny. I can't say her name because then she might watch the show and get offended. She had a funny name, but she was little everywhere. Little tits, little ass, little vagina, and it was fucking fun. It was like having a toy. I did whatever I wanted to her. I'm like, I could get used to this. But she was a terrible person. She said dumb shit. She just, her outlook on life was just retarded. Her political views were really fucking stupid. So I said, I'm just going to bang this one and duck out. And I did. And it was a good time. Again, I'm single. I do whatever the fuck I want. Edre Ratana says, is playing with yourself a form of disrespect for your partner? So when I was in my relationships, I did jerk off when they weren't around, right? But what I did like about the women I've been with are like, they lusted after me. Like they lusted after me, you know? They would say something like, can you jerk off can you take a video of you jerking off? I'm like, that's weird. Like, that's weird. And they're like, no, man, I'm really turned on right now in the hotel room. I'm all the way in, Tennessee, and there's no one around, and I just want to see your dick. And I'm like, okay, honey. I was like, that's your girlfriend. You do whatever. They'll do it for you. Because I said, why don't you send me some videos of you, flicking the bean? Just give me some of that. Give me some of that mac and cheese sounds. You like that? So, yeah. You do what you got to do, man. I love the stories. Okay. I'm there right now as well. Talking to this 4'10" hot Mexican girl, but she's super liberal, but still want to bang. You know what that means? Biden 2020. Exactly. Come with your Biden 2020 mask and your Biden 2020 hat and be like, oh, Kamala's awesome. I can't wait for Kamala. I can't wait for Biden to croak like Weekend at Bernie's. And Kamala will be the first black, actually she's half Indian, a woman president. And you're going to smash that Mexican chick, get the taco juice out of her, and then be like, Trump 2020. Oh, I fucked a Trumper? Oh, no. No es bueno. Hey, Superman not here. No. Everyone's like, that's not weird at all. Oh, my God. It's not weird. Cameron Williams says, Alex, are you horny? I'm not horny. I'm always horny. My ex-wife and my ex-girlfriend didn't like me jerking the chicken, but they didn't at all. And they said they didn't need to. So it was like, damn, I guess I can try it. Okay, sure. That's not weird at all. Casey says, oh my God. I mean, welcome to the world of men. This girl liked me so much. She wanted me to, show my dick on cam. And I'm like, here you go. That was my girlfriend. I had been with her for like 2 years at that point. And then talking about lying to be able to bang a chick, do it all day. Liberal chicks are the easiest to get in bed. You just have to be fake as fuck. They love lying. They love liars. Liberal women love liars. They say they don't. They love liars. Because a man that tells the truth never gets laid. Never gets laid. They call short girls spinners. Haha. Raymond De La Cruz says, my shortest girl was 4'10". Consuela. Sounds like Consuela from Family Guy. Exactly. Oh, Casey and Forbidden Concepts. Forbidden Concepts. And someone, Casey, something. I don't know what's going on. Okay. I guess I can't look at all the comments because everyone's like having a, hi, how you doing? How you doing? Oh my God. All these Tinder hoes posting fuck Trump. Bitch, it's going to be great when I nut and yell Trump 2020. Could you imagine nutting and yelling Trump 2020? They'd be so devastated. They'll cry rape, so don't do that. Just like post it on your profile after you fuck them. I was raped by a Trumper. No. So anyway, basically, Edre, is playing with yourself a form of disrespect to your partner? No, I don't think so. I think, men need sex, so they need to nut. Women for whatever reason, don't necessarily need to. I mean, women get horny and masturbate, I'm sure. Don't care. But men have to. Just to like go to work without having imagine going to work with a bunch of fucking assholes and you haven't gotten laid for like 4 days. You and your wife are arguing about some dumb shit. And then you got to put up with some shithead at work talking shit. Not only are you pissed off at life because you haven't nutted, but you're pent up. So you're just going to act differently. Eddie a la verga says, Alex, you dated a wide range of short and tall women. Who tends to have the loosest or tightest vagina? I'm trying to. Big girls have the loosest vaginas. Big girls, like a big, chubby girl. Voluptuous, big boob, big hip, big ass, have big vaginas. Little women now, skinny, tall women also have big vaginas. I can't believe I'm doing this. I love dating white women. White women, to me, are the top of the mountain. Skin, the feel, the touch, how they act. But Latin girls have that thing that in the bedroom, they are just superior athletes. It's just not even a competition. I was I'll say it. It was a food truck girl that would come to my boy's shop. I'm like, that girl might know some girls. That girl might know some girls that I can screw. And I'd say, hey, do you know any chicks that you might be able to hook me up with? And she's like, oh, you're looking for a girlfriend? I'm like, well, yeah, sure. And I guess she was like interested. We ended up hooking up later on. Now I wouldn't think this girl was like a Ferrari. She was a fucking is it an F50? Is the F50 a badass?
Flat plane crash!
Nothing is over!
Ferrari.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You just don't turn it off.
Is it the Ferrari F50? Which was the badass? Which one is the baddest ass Ferrari there is? She was that in the bedroom. She wasn't the prettiest. She wasn't the best conversationalist. But once clothing was off, it's like, woo! So, in my opinion, chubbier girls have the biggest pussies. Skinny little girls have tiny vaginas. Skinny tall girls have good sized vaginas. But I have been lucky that I've never felt like I could not fit in any way. Like, oh, this is way too loose. I don't have the biggest dick on the planet. But I would always go, I'm comfortable. Now, what is my preference? I like them on the looser side. I like them on, why? Because you can fucking rail. You can do fucking lift. You can do whatever you want. Fucking come from the back. Little girls require shorter strokes, and you can't, a lot of men like bottoming out. They like, all the way to the nuts. Hardcore. And that's what they're going to do for stroking. I remember a girl I was doing that to. After twisting my hips and making her feel good, I just want to bottom out on this puss. And she was like, it just feels like you're poking me. And I'm like, did you get yours? Well, let me get mine. But this food truck girl was an F40. Woo! The hip, she moved the hips. And I'm like, ugh. Yeah, it was tough to like hold out with her. Condom and all, hard. I mean, everything was perfect. She moved well. The shape, it was unreal. But the loosest vaginas are big girls, and tall, skinny women tend to have the biggest vagina. The Enzo. No, she wasn't an Enzo, but my God. The F40 is legendary. Rope-a-dope. I love the F40. What is it? Is the F40?
Flat plane crash!
I gotta remove those things.
Nothing!
I gotta remove those fucking.
You just don't turn it off!
It's still doing it. Oh yeah, the F40. Yeah, that bitch is bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a bad bitch. So this girl was an F40. Look at that. For the ladies that don't know what an F40 is, recognize men would give you up in a heartbeat just to go for a ride in this motherfucker. Oh, he loves me. He doesn't love cars. He loves this WAP. You know, I have this WAP. Baby, you don't got WAP good or WAP, whatever. You don't got WAP good enough to make me look elsewhere. Look at this. Oh. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, baby. Yep. Sorry, baby. You're getting dumped for that. Alex, I accidentally fucked my girl sleeping and I didn't pull out. Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit. Accidentally. Get out of here. Stop it. It sucks when you can't get the full stroke. Exactly. When you're like mid-stroke, again, that girl, the skinny girl, it was flattering. I'm like, I can't even get it all the way in. I'm flattered. She's just really small. Again, I'm not huge. She was just really small. And I'm like, if I can't bottom out on that thing, I'm not probably going to go back for more. I want you to accommodate me like I'm accommodating you. Do you know what I'm saying? Fuck WAP. Give me that 720S race car. Exactly. The Senna. Give me the Senna. Baby, it's either that or the Senna. You give me the Senna, you can keep pussy. I'll find other ways of making myself have orgasms. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, good to do. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to get out of here in about 6 minutes. Just giving you guys a heads up after I make sound effects of cars and stuff. Alex, I tried to move on my maintenance woman and now she won't leave me alone. Now I got to find a new maintenance woman. I'm telling you, when you use the move, if KC526 ever gets that hip figured out or the knee figured out and I somehow end up finding out where she lives and I give her some of this bitch out, she'll know what's up. Oh, that's the move. Yeah, that's the move. Did you see God? I don't know. I passed out. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, Eddie a la verga says, when I hear a girl say WAP, I usually think of a girl that says she needs Monostat 1. But Carlton Johnson, the move, you got to do a bunch of things. That's the finisher. That's the I'm going to come move. I'm going to, hurt you a little bit move. And they're like, oh, wow, this is a good time. The move works, says Pat the One. The move does work. You sound like Dice. Hey. Checking in, says Yonce50. Purple Santa. Hell yeah. Piss and slap goes away once it's warmed up. Exactly. 86 F-150 bullnose. Look up the Gas Monkey F40. Sinful to paint black, but I don't give a fuck. That thing is nasty. Jimmy Jam says no one likes piss and slap. Got to get the full stroke, boys. Exactly. Wifey would be a memory for an F40. James Bayou. Listen, women. Cars will always beat you. Period. Sofia Vergara, bye, te jodiste. You know what I'm saying? Pa'l carajo, vete pa'l carajo. An F40, you getting me an F40? I will dump anybody for an F40. Anybody for an F40. There's a lot of women. There's only a couple of F40s. How many people accepted the challenge? I think like 15 or so accepted the challenge. Hold up. What move? Forbidden Concepts? I'd have to get dolls to illustrate the move because I'm not going to get up and like start humping on the fucking camera to show you what the move is. If KC526 hit knee gets fixed up, I'll show you the move. I'll illustrate it on her with clothing on. And I'll put something over her face so no one knows who she is. Pull out. Don't get crazy girl pregnant. You'll be stuck with her craziness for life. Who are again? I trade my firstborn for an F40. Exactly. Yeah, you probably save a lot of money. Fucking what's it cost to raise a kids nowadays? And then he might end up being a Democrat. Do you imagine? I'll disown that motherfucker. I live just like you. My garage is packed and no kids and a pocket full of numbers. Life's good. You don't say 50? Right now, I have to admit, life is pretty good. I can't complain. And it would take an insanely special woman to change that. That's why I told you guys in the last video that I put out there, when I met a girl that was in that transitional stage of her life that she wants a kids and a family, I had to tell her, babe, I'm not for you. I'm not for you. You need to find someone that is on the same page because they're going to have to sacrifice a lot for you. And not that you're not worth it, but you're not worth it. I've been doing the move since before this show. It's a winner. Gotta build up to it though. You can't start off gripping and ripping. Yeah, you can't start off with the move. You gotta get in there, give her the pelvis to bean. You gotta kiss her neck. You gotta grab her ass from the top. You gotta get it loosey goosey. You gotta give her that side bitch, which means her bottom leg is straight, her top leg is twisted, knee up, and then you give her that side bitch, and then you maybe do some doggy, let her get on top a little bit, then you give her the move. Game over. Everyone's like, what's the 1 week challenge? Forbidden concepts, you cannot jerk off or bang your girlfriend for a week to see how your attitude changes. The what is it called? NFFAW. Every track needs some prep, Alex. Exactly. Every track needs some prep. No beating the meat or next to nothing is the challenge. Yeah, don't beat the meat for a week and then beat the meat like Wednesday and go, oh, and tell me what happened during the week, how your brain chemistry changed, how everything, how your relationship, if you're in a relationship, tell me how that changed when you didn't fuck for a week. That's going to be an interesting time to talk, interesting thing to talk about for next week. I can't even talk. Are the hats on the couch the amount of times you've had sex in the last week? I haven't had sex. I'm going to be honest with you. I have not had sex in a very long time. I'm saying way over a month. I haven't had sex with anybody in over a month. I'm honest. I'll be honest. I haven't had any sex in over a month. And it's just like, whatever. You know, I'm working on cars, this and that. Jerk off like a motherfucker. But sex with a woman? No. Why? Because I was seriously looking to date someone. Again, if you're out there banging and getting satisfied and you go date someone, that person's not going to have a shot. Now, have I gone on dates and sex has happened? No. Have I gone on dates? Yeah, but no sex has happened because usually it's one and done. First date, I don't like them or they don't like me and it's over. So nope, sorry. I wish I could tell you. I just put those hats there because I don't have shelving. I don't want to start poking holes in this apartment. I am out of here in 3 months. Going to get a new place. See you later. And I'm not going to start putting these things up there. I'm just going to lay them out there. Fuck it. Fuck that shit. I'd probably kill someone. NFFAW. That's a terrible idea. Are the hats on? No. Can you do the move on a 250-pound girl? I did the move on a big girl, and you can do the move hard as fuck on a big girl. You can really sling it. The little girl that I banged, the move was useless. I was getting half my dick in, and I'm like, this is the move is meant for me to bottom out on that thing. So, yeah, the move only works on certain people. Eddie Alaverga says, Alex grinding the bicho up and down, backing up, XYBA, ultra bicho combo. Joseph Ivo says, I won't compromise when dating. Once you're older and you establish, tough to find the one that fits your life and you fit into theirs. Exactly. I think if you don't get married by the time you're like 25, 26, the older you get, the less chance you have to get married. So if it's a graph and age goes up, then marriage possibility goes like the opposite. So if age and probability of marriage go like this, you know, because if you're 25, 24, oh, I want to get married to my best friend. You get married and nothing changes, you know, and then you get divorced. And then you become 30, 31, 32. You get your shit together, you get your life together, you get money, you get your cars, you get your everything and your life established. And you're like, if a girl isn't spectacular, I'm not going to change any of that for that girl. I won't come. Oh, we got that. Mr. Jimmy Jam says, I'm so glad you said that. I've been on a hiatus for a bit. I think I'm in the middle of a mindset change from slinging seed to actually finding someone. That's where I'm at. I haven't had sex for way over a month and maybe 2 months. And I'm not going to change that for just anybody, right? That is giving somebody a fair shot at a relationship. If you're out there slinging, banging chicks, hooking up with just random girls, you're not ever going to be in a relationship. Now, I'm going to give this relationship thing a shot, a fair shot. I'm going to go out there and give someone a fair shot and talk to them and see how it goes. But if I see no potential for anything happening, I can just take the phone out, beep, boop, boop, call somebody, boop, 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 done, and, you know, bang. That's not because I'm bragging about it. That's just how it is. Me too, Alex. I've been doing the same, making the cars faster. the right one will come. Jared Wells. Good luck to all those who accept it, said Casey526. We're talking about something else, and she brings up something else. Because you get smarter and witness everyone getting divorced. Eddie Alaverga says, well said, Alex. Thank you very much. That's true, man. I've been satisfied with being single this year. Being single and having your own shit is empowering as fuck. And men have been drugged through the dirt in the last 5 or 6 years. Every woman calling a guy a fucking chauvinist. Every woman complaining that they don't have equal opportunity. Every woman complaining that women make less money for the same job. Bullshit. Look up Jordan Peterson. And he tells you how many women bricklayers are there. 0. You can apply. If you can lay the brick just as good as the man, you make the same fucking money. Now, there are some women that are in a professional atmosphere and make way more than the man. And then they judge the man because he doesn't make as much, because they don't think he's ambitious. So you know what, guys? Go out there, get yours. If you hook up with a chick, but do not lower your standards and succumb to society because, women out there complaining that guys ain't shit. Well, guess what? Do your own thing. And all of a sudden, the right one will come. They're out there. They're probably not on Tinder. They're probably not on Bumble. They're out there. They're going to worship the ground you walk on. And that's the one you want to end up with. The one that seeks you out. The one that seeks you out and makes you a priority in their life is the woman that's going to end up being the right one for you 100% of the time. Instead of getting married in 2020, I spent the money on Boost. Way better. You have Arm Wrestle Junior. Junior has leverage. So I have, I have a tall torso, but Junior has like another 4 inches. So he has leverage. But I'll try it. I'll try it one day. Get my fucking arm snapped in half. Bartenders are psychopaths. You're right. If I ever got divorced, I would never remarry. I would be happy all by myself. Exactly. Just get your money right. Don't become a hermit. Go out once in a while. Socialize. But don't succumb to just dating anybody for the sake of not being single. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you very much for everyone that chimed in. I thank you, Casey526, for moderating the chat. Kasey, the only other woman on the chat. Appreciate it. Mr. Jimmy Jam, YouTube Corp and Free Speech, Yonce50. People that gave money on today was JB, Tango, Matt 2011 GT twice, Casey526, James Bayou, Edre Ratana, Eddie Alaverga, Carlton Johnson, and Eddie Alaverga again. So, hey, guys, thank you very much again, guys. Do not jerk off for a week, and we'll talk about how your brain chemistry changed next Wednesday. Be honest. Do the right thing. Don't jerk off. I'll do the same thing, and I'll tell you what happened to me. You guys tell me what happened to you. We'll talk about it next week. It'll be interesting to talk about. Let's get out of here. See you guys later.